Just when you think the midnight office is only the sound of air conditioning, the constant mechanical hum suddenly vanishes, plunging the hallway into a vacuum of dead silence so absolute you can hear the ringing in your own ears. Then, a sharp screech of paper cutting through the dark wakes the hallway, the sensor lights flicker on, and the entire building feels like it's been paused by an invisible hand. My name is Lynn Lan, and I spend my nights in the basement printing zone of Devon House in Taikoo Place. Walking past the polished metal walls of the corridor, I realized with horror that my own reflection was moving half a second slower than I was, as if the person in the mirror was choosing to watch me. The air stayed heavy with the scent of disinfectant, and lately, I've felt a damp chill sliding across my skin like a cold wire. It started with the old printer near the loading bay. It's a worn-out machine that groans like breaking bone, but one night while I was changing the toner, the room was suddenly filled with a heavy scent of floral perfume mixed with raw, metallic blood. As the scent thickened, a row of thin black veins appeared on my fingertips as if ink was being etched into my skin from the inside, and the paper tray jammed with a sickening snap. I ran to the security office to check the monitors, and in the grainy footage, there was someone else in the frame besides me, a figure in an outdated security uniform with his head tilted down, mimicking my exact movements with a terrifying lag. As I watched, he slowly lifted his head, his face a featureless black void beneath the brim of his cap. The digital file name on the screen spontaneously glitched into a string of numbers that matched no reality, and my heart hammered against my ribs like a trapped bird. I tried to push through the fire door to escape, but the heavy carpet seemed to grab at my shoes, and the door's chime was stretched into a long, distorted metallic moan. I felt a frost-like pressure against my spine, as if someone was tracing my vertebrae with a wet, freezing finger. A single sheet of paper slowly slid out of the printer, bearing the scorched silhouette of a human face. The metallic stench of blood became overpowering as a low, mechanical grinding rose from the machine's throat. The man in the old uniform was suddenly there, his neck twitching at an impossible angle with every rhythmic click of the printer. He didn't chase me. He just stood there repeating a meaningless routine, turning, looking at the ceiling, then turning again, his empty eyes reflecting the blue light of the sensors. My chest felt like it was being filled with heavy lead coins, making every breath a jagged struggle. I lunged for the exit and didn't stop running until the automatic doors slammed shut. When I got home and took off my jacket, that A4 paper slid out of my pocket. The scorched face was staring at me, and the texture of the paper felt exactly like dried human skin. I haven't been able to go back to that floor since. A faint white vein has appeared on my wrist, pulsing in perfect synchronization with my heartbeat and glowing with a dim light whenever the room goes quiet. That scent of blood and flowers still follows me into my dreams, reminding me that the mark on my skin is a permanent anchor to that basement. Have you ever felt a sudden, inexplicable presence in a familiar workspace that made you question your own sanity? If you ever find yourself working in Taikoo Place, go to the corner near Elevator 3 in Devon House and look at the floor. Do you see that thin white scratch on the tile? I'm the one who clawed it there while trying to hold on. Tell me if you've ever found a mark in your office that shouldn't be there, or felt like your reflection was starting to pull away from your control. Do you think I'm truly out, or is that paper made of skin just the beginning of the story?
If this story kept you awake tonight, thank you for staying with me. If you felt the chill, tap the like button and let me know it got to you. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to Midnight Hollows. Every night I'll bring you another story that follows you after the screen goes dark. Stay close to the light.